Big news, tennis fans, Fed heads. Rafa is out at the Paris Masters with a right knee injury. And on top of that, very shortly after we heard the news, Del Potro starts grabbing at his hip, has to have it looked at on the changeover, and next thing you know, he's out at the hands of John Isner. Welcome to Coffee Break Tennis. We've got an excellent quick sip for you guys today. Quick sip! Especially for Raw fans. Obviously, this can affect Roger in a good way. It might help him take the #1 ranking back next year. But it's bad news, and we all feel for Rafa Nadal. He's a class act, great guy. He's out in Paris. That's the big news. Here's your tennis.com headline we were greeted with this morning when most of us woke up. Rafael Nadal pulls out of Paris Masters with a right knee injury. The 31-year-old Nadal, hey, that's how old I am, says he will consult a doctor to assess the state of his right knee, the AP. That led me to this quote, this tweet from WellFed. If you guys want to follow him, pop him up on the screen, at ThoughtCheckin'. Always good tweets, big Fed head. Now that Rafa has had to pull out from Paris, I wish people at least now would recognize the wisdom in Roger selectively playing tournaments. A lot of wisdom there. We forget that a player with 15+ years on the circuit knows much better than fanatic supporters / baiters. He should also throw in their tournament directors like, forget you guy, Guy Forget. Forget you. Now I heard he was Guy Forget was very gracious. If you want to watch the clip of Nadal in the press conference talking about it, he said he tried to get the knee treated the day before for the match. He did everything he could. He's going to go work on it and do his best to get in with the World Tour Finals. But that's the real news here, guys, is that Rafa might not be able to play the World Tour Finals. And of course, Del Potro has fallen just short. He's going to be, I think, about 50 points shy of Pablo Carreno Busta. And Mr. Goat is really upset. If you guys are wondering where my cat, Mr. Goat, is, the big tennis fan cat, he loves Roger Federer. That's his favorite. But Del Potro is definitely Mr. Goat's second favorite, and that's why he's inconsolable.
Mr. Goat. Mr. Goat. Delpo lost. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So, we can look here at the rankings, put them on the screen. Now remember, we got to take 3 people out because you got Djokovic, Murray, and Wawrinka above them. So I know it says 10 and 11 for David Goffin and Pablo Carreno Busta. They're actually 7 and 8 when you take 3 away. So, 2,650 points. Del Potro, 2,435 here in 17. He adds 180 points to his ranking. That takes him to 2,615, so 35, not 50, 35 measly points shy of Carreno Busta. But now there's a twist. What if Rafa doesn't play? That means another person gets in, and that would be Juan Martín Del Potro. Great. I'm sorry I tried to play. I'm very disappointed. I'll have to work on that. But there's another twist now, because now Jack Sock, remember, if you guys were watching, I think it was the Halloween special a few days ago, I'm saying, and towards the end of the video, I said, what happened to Jack Sock? He's down 4-0 in the 3rd set to Edmonds. And I guess he won. He won that match. And then he won another match, and now he's got a shot to win the title, and then he can knock Pablo Carreno Busta down. And now Isner, the guy who took out Del Potro today, he can do the same thing. If Isner or Jack Sock wins the title, that's the only thing that can happen in Paris. If you were watching Paris just to see how it affects the World Tour Finals, this is it. The only thing that can happen now is Sock or Isner wins it all. No one else is a factor there. I will mention, though, Julien Benneteau, he's been a fun player to watch over the years. If you enjoy Roger Federer, check out Benneteau. He's got a little bit of style. He knows how to play the net. He's a good all-court player. And he's actually pulled off a couple big upsets. He started off by beating Tsonga to start off the tournament. And this is his last time there. And he's still in it. I believe he plays Marin Cilic in a few hours. So that would be interesting to watch. So, besides that, the only thing to watch for at the tournament is see if Sock or Isner wins, because then they can knock Carreno Busta down, and then Carreno Busta would be in Delpo's place, and Delpo's totally out. And Carreno Busta's just got to think, okay, if Rafa doesn't play, then I'm in. So he's going to be an alternate. But that's only if Sock wins or if John Isner wins. Otherwise, Carreno Busta and David Goffin, it looks like they'll get in. So guys like Sam Querrey and Kevin Anderson, they got to be kicking themselves because they would have barely had to pick up any points at all to be in a very good position right now. Sucks for them. Well, alright guys, that's it for me today. I will probably make one more video about the Paris Masters when we see what happens at the end. Maybe not, but definitely next week we're going to be making some videos getting ready for the World Tour Finals. It's going to be very exciting. It may not have Rafa, and I'm really sorry for Rafa fans out there. I know a lot of you guys really want to see Rafa win that thing at least one time, and it's looking like this is going to be a really tough year for him to pull it off. But, you know, there's always next year, which I hate it when people say that. Thanks for watching Coffee Break Tennis today. Quick sip!